What is up, Twitch? I need to remember when I go to stream to close everything out before I change my category on streaming. Because if you don't, as a tip if you do stream, if you don't close everything out then kind of relaunch everything before you change the name, it's not going to actually change. If you change it and hit save settings, it actually just reverts back unless you close everything out. But I'm glad to be here doing a photography stream. I've been doing late night gaming, some afternoon games here and there as well, but mainly late night to early in the morning. It reverted back again. It says I'm playing Fortnite. That's tight. Yep. My title stayed the same, but it reverted my... This is what's hard with streaming. You know, when you say you have a block of time to stream, and then you run into this stuff. It's real frustrating. Okay, I'm updating information. I'm going to close everything out again. What's up with Twitch's dashboard? Like, alright. I was playing Fortnite. My description changed, but I can't get the category to change. So anyways, if you're here watching Fortnite, I'm editing photos right now. Twitch is just not working correctly. I've tried to change the category now actually, there's 3 different stream attempts, and now I'm just going with it. It's alright. You know, I only got so much time, so I don't want to spend it hitting refresh. So I took a trip to Republic, and of course I had my Leica, and to be honest, this summer's been kind of a weird one for me photographically. I've actually enjoyed just having my camera with me on just like my normal, like wherever I'm going. I feel like that's how I'm photographing. It's just like wherever I am, I'll have my camera and I'll photograph what's around me. I haven't really spent too much time actually like, all right, I'm gonna take this photo mission. They updated it to IRL. It's a freaking miracle. Um, seriously, I've had this like one single gnat that just like said like it must fly like right here normally, and then all of a sudden it's just like right in front of my eyes. Um, but yeah, I haven't really like been like, all right, I'm going on a photo mission. That hasn't happened in a little while now. Um, I just haven't figured out. Like I kind of yesterday was kind of a good refreshing situation. I feel like the past month, especially month and a half, which is why I kind of got like started focusing a little bit more too on just like me and like what I like to do creatively and taking like just adding more to my world out on the internet. Um, let's see if this link actually works. All right, cool. I had some music playing before, but I restarted everything so many times. Um, so I want to start like focusing on like showing what I like to do, whether it's like obviously photography is like my main thing, but at the same time like it's really I want to show like just kind of more of just like me as a whole. I don't. What is this? I'm playing a random album on a like I this is like music I'm able to play on stream that's not copyrighted, so it's kind of random instrumental. Um, so I got another webcam too that I haven't set up yet, but I want to do like watercolor paintings eventually. So I want to start like messing around with that. Obviously, I've been doing the gaming thing like late night. That'd be like I've hopped on during the day. Those streams are usually kind of short. It's kind of just like one of those things where it's like, oh, I'll hop on the stream for a little bit because I got some time. Not enough time to like go shoot photos, not enough time to do anything else. I just hop onto a game and just play for a little bit, and then just gotta roll and do my thing. It was always fun too, just kind of something random to do and whatnot. But I kind of need to focus on like when I do have time, which is that's what I was gonna say. The past like month and a half really has been like such a routine, like as in like the routine is against creative time. Like it doesn't work in my favor as an artist at all. So I kind of like mentally just kind of like blocked off a part of the art life because I had to. Like if I don't, I'll just get like real bummed out. That's why I kind of shifted. Like I'm gonna start focusing on other things as well. So like say if like all right, yeah, this week is I'm not gonna really have the time to go photograph for half a day. Um, but I'll have time from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. to do something at my setup. Maybe I should focus on that a little bit more right now. Um, as in like full on like saving like having time to create. So I've been obviously just been kind of doing some gaming things. Been having fun with that, but I'm looking forward to doing a bit more with photo editing. I'm actually I think I'm gonna go back to the archive as well and mess around with some of that. I did that before actually. I did a stream where I talked about um, a photo that I shot, and that was pretty fun too. Um, but yeah, I always have, I have like so many of these like ideas for Twitch in my head. I just need to like, it's really just figuring out how to go about doing them. It's really just really about doing them. I mean, it's what it is. Like right now, I don't have all the time in the world really to kind of like go on a crazy long stream or anything like that. But it's like, what? I have this tiny block of time, and I just need to take advantage of that time and hang out on Twitch, edit some photos. So so this is the first photo I shot yesterday. Um, this train was forever long, only because it was really slow. Um, so I make sure things are looking all right. So that's good. So this is straight out of camera right now. I haven't done anything to it. Yeah, I like to mess around with individual colors first. Like really, like the colors that really kind of make the photo. I usually go at, or like at the start. A lot of times I'll just push stuff like really hard to like kind of get a sense of like everything, direction, what I'm kind of thinking. So if you do one extreme or the other, you kind of like figure out, all right, yeah, which side do I really want to be on, and that type of thing. So I'm gonna try to just try not to mess things up here. The thing with like OBS is like, there, okay. There we go. I'll also adjust that when if I have, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not even editing a vertical photo today, so we're good. Um, post a tweet out. If you're on the Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, my username, handle, whatever you want to call it, is OGB Smitty. It's tweeted. What I need to do too, I noticed yesterday, post a photo of it on my Twitter and my Instagram story. Camera's getting dirty. I need to give it a proper cleaning. So this photo, I like it. I think that's good. Actually, let's see what this does. Yep, that'll work. Yeah, it's nice. I like this photo. I'll probably post this one on Instagram. Should I do that right now? It's that time. I have a process of how I post on Instagram. Like I have a order. So it's like it'll be a picture of my camera, a quote, and a photo. Picture of my camera, a quote, a photo. So it's time to have a picture, a regular photo. So I'm gonna do that. One thing I always do too after I edit in Lightroom, I'll check to see how it looks on an iPhone, because iPhone's like, it's the standard, you know. Screens could look slightly different, photos could, you know, from one to the other and all that, but I pretty much go by iPhone screens. That's what people are using. Generally, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's looking good. And then I use an app where I put my Instagram handle on the photo. There's always been like talk about like watermarks on a photo and how you shouldn't do it or should do it and blah blah blah, or if it's tacky or whatever. To me, it's not about. I think the argument seems always, and I've always put my handle on like my photos. That is even way back in the day when MySpace was cool. It was never about like people. The argument people want to always, or some people, the general argument is that like it's you're afraid that someone's gonna steal your photo. It's not about theft. Someone wants to steal your photo. I mean, you can watermark something all over. You open up a Photoshop, get rid of it. I mean, it's not a theft issue. It's a marketing technique. Yeah, I mean it's oh, I like this photo. Oh, it's a handle OGB Smitty. Oh, I'll check out his page. To me, that's like end of argument. You know, end of argument. At least for me. OGB Smitty. I'm posting this photo I just edited right now onto Instagram. I'd be stoked if you went over there, hit that follow button, of course, but give this photo a like. That'd be awesome. I already know I should. I'll just put edited live on Twitch. And I put summer in Ohio. It's posted on the Instagram. It's on the gram right now. Thanks for everyone who's stopping into the stream. Right above me is the follow jar. Hit that follow button, adds to the follow jar. Your name appears on screen as well. And the most amazing GIF appears on screen for new followers too. It's so good. It only makes sense. It's so good. Let's see. Let's get on to the next photo here. This is at a gas station in Attica. Gas station in Attica, and I thought the sign said Africa when I was approaching it. So I'm gonna do this first, do this. What's up with these tunes? Said on stream before, I need to like go through this catalog of music I can play and make like a playlist. Just kind of like let it go through the playlist. Like I'm in like a section and like I feel like they have some oddballs mixed in there. actually cut some of the... Might have. I think I might have cut some of the last photo out. There. I'm gonna go back if I did. Yeah, I did post on Instagram. That's the photo that we just edited. It seemed like I arranged it fine at first, but maybe I didn't. That's alright. So, let's see if we need to do anything else to this photo here. I think I like it. Yeah, I might be able... Yeah, I should... Let me check the shadows a little bit more. I mean, I cranked them a bit. Yeah, this might... I don't know what it is, but some photos kind of just call for that dehaze tool. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the way the light's coming through the lens, where the sun is. I don't know. Sometimes you're just like, why does it feel like it? Like kind of like you don't want to like move like a highlight tool or anymore, or if you had it all, or whites tool or anything like that. Sometimes that dehaze somewhat, it just does that the right thing sometimes. It's like, you know, and you're like, once you see it, you're like, okay, yeah, I need to go to that tool. Like, you don't think of it normally until it like really is like, oh yeah, this needs a little something. But yeah, I think this is done. I don't think I really need to do anything else to it. I don't think. Let me see what I have left with it. Maybe I can push that a little bit more. Just a little. There we go. Before and after. It's so funny when I go and look back. Like sometimes it does that though. You're just kind of like, I feel like this could have done maybe a little bit more to this, but at the same time, it's alright. I'm always like looking to the next photo, you know. But I think that's just like, isn't that like a never-ending story though? As an artist, like I feel like it's you can always question. But I think that's a good thing though. You know, just questioning what you're doing, and I think it only makes you a better. Um, you know, a better artist. You know, got another photo here to edit. Sometimes I don't really know how I end up in the places I do, but I do. I don't know what it is. It's actually a self-portrait. It's staying there. um, where to start? I'm in the. That was on a different tool for a second. Surprised that it didn't like. Yeah, that's better than what it was. Good old self-portrait. This was shot too. Obviously, it's in focus there. A little bit in front. Really slow shutter speed. Probably could have cranked the ISO a little bit. I mean, it was shot at 100, but I still like it. Let's see. No. It's like I need to adjust, but not that much. It's like, it's kind of about the TV. And I feel like that, well, one, just the general space is, it is its own place and feeling. Just the whole scene is, but the TV kind of really solidifies that, the age. Yeah, I think it actually worked out kind of fine. Focus is like right in here, like right behind. That's alright. That's alright. Let me just give it a little bit of a boost here. If I can figure out where I'm looking. There. You can kind of like, you have especially like a 1.7. I mean, it's less, but like if you're like a 2.8, you can kind of like bring back your miss a little bit. Even here, I mean, just doing that, But like I like obviously like I'm semi. Well, one, I'm not concerned. Obviously, I'm using the photo, but that's one thing I recommend. Not worrying about is pixel peeping, because nothing matters when it comes to pixel peeping. Instagram for sure. I mean, Instagram is like, it's already, it's such a small photo on Instagram. It's not. It's a fraction of your screen size. Yeah, you can zoom in on it, but still, not the original file size and all that kind of stuff. I also recommend not posting original file sizes. That's why I like with my app, that's why I like with the apps I use to like put my handle and stuff on it, like that file size, like I send it just kind of how it is, and then when I save it with the handle, it's a smaller file size. But yeah, even if you print this big, and hung it up, no one would notice. It's like, doesn't even matter. That's not even really the point of it either, So going back in, like, it's fine. Like, what's crazy is, like, inside here, that's probably actually yeah, that's right. The screen isn't actually, it's that fine of a focus. I just didn't really, like, yeah, duh. This is actually what I did focus on, is right here. Like, I'm focused straight onto the screen. And you can tell, look at this. The chair's, like, sharp focus. This one you can tell even more because of the sunlight hitting this arm, like how much that's in focus. So yeah, I already don't care. See, someone could open this up and be like, oh, this RCA is a hair out of focus. But like, I'm not trying to, like, that's not what I was even doing. I focused on the TV, boom, photo, done, moving on. It actually worked out better this way, I bet, because if it would have focused here, to get this in focus, which this wasn't even, I didn't even think of like the buttons or anything. I just focused here and shot the photo. It's a TV. Oh, I like the TV. That's going to be kind of the center of the photo. That was my thought. I was like, well, this is kind of weird that I didn't stumble in there, but I basically stumbled in there. And I look and I was like, wow. Like the photo is right in front of me, you know. I was just like, yep, okay. This is a no-brainer photograph for me. Photographed right here at the TV, and there it was. Yeah, I wasn't like, oh, I need to focus right here. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even a thing. I just realized too, no one can even see the mouse on the live stream. I wonder if I can even get that figured out. Basically, where I'm pointing at is like where the RCA is. Um, I was focusing on the actual screen, which worked out better because focusing on the screen gets the blue carpeted like section above the cup holders in focus. If I were to focus on the front part, that would be out of focus. It'd probably the wood grain under that bolt or at the bolt, probably, because it looks like the bolt's slightly out of focus. Well, it's not like, I mean, yeah, I mean, we're not talking out of focus. It's drop off. You know what I mean? It's not like I shot a photo out of focus on that part, because obviously you're gonna have fall off, gradual fall off, especially at a 1.7. You know what I mean? Going here, you know, that's not because, you know, it's a 1.7. Like if I shot this, you know, I'd have to, you know, obviously crank up ISO, and I shot this at whatever you freaking want it to be, something crazy like a 16. Like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have everything focused. But to me, when I look at photos, especially old photos, um, they always, I mean, not always, but crack open an Eggleston book or anything like that. I mean, there's depth in those photos, and it's not just because it's shot on film back in the day. I mean, I think that whole concept of digital film ended many, many years ago. The camera I'm using now is from 2015, and I think it ended years before that. I give it a solid year of like when, like, there's really like, okay, that argument's like long gone. It's probably like anywhere 2010 area, probably. I'd say that's probably the time where it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a feeling, absolutely a feeling. I mean, I respect that. I 100% respect it. But I get the same feeling shooting digital. Like when I'm shooting, I don't think of like, I don't even know any like new age photographers. I don't even know what you'd call them, but that's what I call them. Is just new age photographers. Like it's funny me saying that because I'm somewhat of a youngster in the grand scheme of life, and um, I don't I don't think of it that way. You know, I don't think of it as in like um, I don't know. When I'm like, I would much rather hang out with William Eggleston and talk about photos and shoot photos than the whole. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just saying that like, you can still have you could still be a part of. To me, there's like a legacy and like keeping up with the. I don't know. I can go on and on and on about that. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I do, for sure. But to me, I want, like, when I think of photography and when I photograph and when I look at photographs like this, I think I'm like, I think I'm doing all right by the pioneers. The, you know, I'm trying to like have that genius of photography mindset always, always. All right, let's see what else we can do here. Again, went back. This one kind of makes a lot of sense using that tool because you're shooting right into, you know, that's one thing, with this Leica is like you can bring back a lot, and obviously there's cameras out there that you can do that with. Like, you can shoot insanely dark photos and bring them back. But this one, you can, or light, obviously, reverse of it. Um, this, like, I already know, like, kind of like when I shoot something. And I feel like this camera especially, like the sensor and all that, um, I can get a sense of exactly how it can look when I'm wherever I'm at photographing. I think this is kind of the first camera though that I feel that way. When I see it, like I know how it's gonna look later. Um, I think, and that's kind of going back to if you want to kind of talk about like film digital. I think that's what film, does is kind of what you're gonna like what kind of direction you're going with. Um, I think this Leica has that. So that's what I seen when I was there. Absolutely. And that's, yeah, it's turned out really well. It's one of those moments that like don't have my camera with me. It'd be a bummer. I'd be like, this is why it's super important, at least for me. You know, man, there's a photographer in there's a documentary called Everybody's Street. I think I don't remember something Powell. Don't remember what it is, but I think New York photographer. Oh, they're all New York photographers in that documentary. Um, but it's so good. Like he literally like talks about how you should carry a camera with you, no matter what you're doing, even if you're just going down to the deli. And it's like if you can't just do this, you're in the wrong profession. I get it. It's like the most. That's so true. You know what I mean? Like, um, I mean, I was even doing that with the Sony setup I had, and the lens was like this big, and the camera was like this big. Like that, like shooting with this camera is literally like feels like a privilege. Like I couldn't get like obviously there's new cameras coming out all the time, but we're still talking like a camera that's pushing 4 years old. Um, is um, Other camera systems are 5 times the size once you add lenses and stuff, double the price. I know that's a big thing. Price with Leicas are expensive, but the Q, when you really think about it, you can't even get the same results. Or I mean, you're not going to get the same results. Different sensors, like that. It's just a for sure thing. Like Canon colors come out different than Sony's. All this. It's who cares about that stuff? Like, but I think what really is a thing is like to have a 28 millimeter full frame, being able to kind of create the photos that this creates is this. That's it. Like the Sony one, I couldn't shoot 28 and get this quality. When I shot 28, I had a 28 on there, and that lens was actually a smaller lens. It's bigger than this lens still, but it's a small lens considering it being a different brand. All other brands just have bigger lenses for sure. They're all bigger. Fuji, I thought was gonna when Fuji was kind of like to me, Fuji came in like with like a bang like early on, like so Fuji X100 and the X Pro One. They came out with that one lens that was pretty small originally for the X Pro One, and I was just like, this is gonna be crazy. Like they're gonna bring out smaller lenses. This is gonna be. They went the whole other route. Like their lenses are freaking tanks. I was kind of surprised by that. I was kind of surprised. Um, because one, that's all. Those are for crop sensor lenses too. Like that's another weird thing. I don't know. Maybe that's the technology. But I thought like originally when they brought the X Pro One and they had the smaller lens. I think it was a 35, but it's technically like a 50 or whatever. It's crop sensor. Um, I really thought like, all right, they're gonna go crop sensor, but that makes the price cheaper, and they have this rad small lens line up to where you can kind of have like a, I don't know. Anyways, the X100 series though, that's a legit series. It's for sure a legit series for crop sensors. Um, but anyways, the Sony setup I had with the 28 millimeter, and it was the high end Sony. Like there's a new one since, but um, like it was it just didn't do. There's just something. I kind of reminded me of an old Canon L lens I used to have, where like you're just like this thing never really seems quite right. Like it just didn't seem right. But to say to say that I'm talking about like fall off, like depth, like it just didn't like all kind of either seemed like I don't know, just never really had a good focus, like a good like feel to it. Like no, you know what I mean? Like the depth wasn't there. It was just kind of like I don't know. But the Sony with the G Master, the zoom, insane results all the way through. But that's why I was talking about the lens is this big, and I 100% love that. That's a great setup. It's a great setup. Like to me that's a working setup, like a working like camera, as in like if you have a gig that requires that type of equipment, then it's the best equipment. It really is. It's insane. I I loved the setup, but we're talking huge setup. Like I'm holding the lens here and it's still like out here. And I'm like this holding it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's it's its own thing. That's why I always say it's its own thing. It's an amazing setup. The results are stupid, like so good. But again, I would carry that thing around like that. I would just take it with. I used to clip it because even though like I would sometimes carry it around as a strap, like, but to me that kind of got crazy and like whack into stuff because it's so big. But like I ended up clipping it from a camera clip, and it would just hang off my hip, and that's how I wore it for quite a while. Up until I got the Leica. Leica, see, I have I haven't even used the clip on this. I did attempt, like I should say attempt, like I mean I could do it. It just didn't feel right. I don't know. Like to me, like I just have a strap on this. Or what I do, like the reason I like these straps is I can just because like this is just how I carry it around. Sometimes I'll put it in like a small bag if I know I'm taking like the GoPro, or if I'm having some type of situation, or if the weather's kind of suspect, small weatherproof bag, that type of thing. But the nice thing with this strap is like, yeah, I'll take this in my car with the strap. But like, if I park at a spot and go walk around, I usually take the strap off, and it's just so easy with this. You just like clip it off. And then you just snap it back on, and it's easy, easy. I would never have a regular strap because that just drive me crazy. Because I like walking around without a strap if possible. But if not, that's the thing too. Like even if I'm like walking around and it is on, like I just take it off and stick the strap in my back pocket. Anyways, as you can tell, I can talk about photos all day, photography and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I love this photo. I kind of wish I would post this today. This is definitely. Let's look at the other photos again that we edited on stream. So that's the first one we edited. Actually, it's like I'm kind of like both about it. Like it's like maybe I could have like added to it, but at the same time, like this is really kind of the vibe though. I mean, you can always add, like you can always tweak, and I've talked about that before. Like you can get insane about photo editing, but to me, I try to like how I envision it. I just kind of get there and then I move on. I get there and I move on. But yeah, and then we edited this photo. I like it. I kind of would like if I could set this up. I need to figure out how I can show this mouse on. That's gonna be my next task. Um, the green in the window of the gas station that just like there's that song again. Um, the green like panel in the window, like if that was some type of like advertisement of like something, that would like kind of like a price of something. That would be ideal. Like milk price, bread price. That would just add to like this photo, I feel like. And this one. Let me see here. Yeah, do one of those things where like refresh the eyeballs. Yeah. Yeah, I like this photo a lot. See how the photo's doing on the gram. I really want to post this photo. I just have to be quick about the quote and the photo of my camera. Yeah, I know. I've been slacking on Instagram a little bit. I've been like really focused on Twitch. Um, I tried doing a live stream over at YouTube too, but that kind of was whatever. But this photo will, or this live stream will be saved as a video and be uploaded to YouTube. I'd appreciate a subscribe over there. We're almost at 200 subscribers on YouTube. It's youtube.com/OGBSmitty. Follow the stream here. It adds to the follow jar above me. And your name also appears on screen, and the best GIF for every new follower pops up as well. And if you follow off stream, I'll also have I'll refresh to appear on my next live stream. But that's going to be it for editing photos on stream for today. I'm happy with these photos, especially this last one turned out really well. So thanks again everyone who stopped in. I'll be back very soon for another live stream.